She's a bad mama, just as fine as she.
Hi, I'm Tammy. Welcome to my kitchen. Today we're going to be cooking a southern type meal, but it's not as unhealthy as some southern meals are. We're doing a spicy cornmeal-crusted catfish that we're just going to saute a little bit and then finish off in the oven. That way it's not cooking in oil. And we're doing corn on the cob and collard greens with bacon. Before we get started, let me show you my outfit. This dress was actually really expensive for me. It was $12.99 at ARC. It is an Ann Taylor, and it's very cute, and I didn't want to wait for it to go on sale, so I did. I paid $12.99 for this dress. Bracelet, $1.99 from Goodwill. This necklace I have, this one, a good friend of mine gave it to me. But when I put it on with the necklace, with the dress, it kind of made it look a little dressy, so I threw this on top of it that I got at a garage sale for $3. Sandals were $9.99 in Dallas on clearance at some store. So for me, this is like $1 million dress, but it's okay. I can splurge every once in a while. So the first thing you're going to do is preheat your oven to 400. This is such an easy recipe. The entire thing came in at $8.97, which is for the fish. The collard greens, the corn on the cob, equals $2.25 per person. Pretty good. I've got a cup of cornmeal. We're going to add a teaspoon of cayenne pepper, a teaspoon of crushed red pepper flakes. Get my skillet. The skillet you want to use is a oven-proof skillet, because after we saute the fish, we're going to pop it in the oven, so you want to make sure it's oven safe. And I'm also going to get my water boiling for that corn on the cob. These are 2 catfish fillets. Recipe, of course, calls for 4, but I'm just cooking 2 today. Just salt and pepper these. I always use kosher salt or sea salt when I'm cooking. And you know, this says spicy, but it's not really spicy. It just has a little bit of a bite to it. If you like things really spicy, you could add 2 teaspoons of cayenne. Skillet's preheating, and I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil and let that heat up. I'm going to see if I can get through this entire menu today without making any mistakes. My son actually paid me a compliment. He's 22, and he was over the other day, and he watches the videos, and he said he thought it was cute when I messed up. And I was like, I don't think it's so cute. And he actually said to me, he was like, Mom, how many women do you think mess up a recipe when they're cooking? He was like, the doorbell rings, the phone rings, the kids are screaming, you walk away, you come back, something happened, and he goes, you just show people that you don't get freaked out when you make a mistake and how to fix it. You want to dredge your catfish. Dredge means dip it in. Get it completely coated. Add it to your skillet. We're going to let these cook for about 2 minutes on each side. We're just searing them, and they'll finish off in the oven. I do not like to deep fry things. Number 1, it's not that good for you. Number 2, I don't like the way the house smells. That's the number 1 reason I don't deep fry anything. Catfish has been cooking for 2 minutes. We're going to flip it over. I should have worn something else besides this dress when I was cooking with oil. Get splatters all over me. We're going to let that cook 2 more minutes and pop it in the oven, and then we will get started on our collard greens with bacon. That is so sweet, it tastes like candy. These catfish, I just want to flip over one more time. Oh, those are nicely seared. You know, I just bought this cast iron skillet about 3 or 4 months ago. I had never cooked with cast iron before. Oh my God, it was worth the investment. I use this for everything now. I will try to carry this without, it is heavy. And again, as far as catfish goes, I mean, this is as healthy as you can get when you're trying to have something that tastes like it's fried. Only 2 tablespoons of olive oil. We'll let that cook for about 8 to 10 minutes. We have the fish in the oven. Water's boiling for the corn on the cob. We have heated a skillet over medium heat. This is 2 pieces of bacon that I just chopped up. We're just going to cook this a couple of minutes. We don't want to cook it all the way through. We just want it to start browning around the edges. We'll also use some chicken broth, apple cider vinegar, yellow onion, garlic, a little bit of sugar, and some Tabasco sauce with the collard greens. Again, I picked a dry clean only dress to wear while I'm cooking this. Bacon is cooked enough. I've got this big old smile on my face, not just because I've been drinking wine, but because I know how good this is going to taste, and I'm really excited. So we're going to add a half of a small yellow onion, chopped up. We'll let that just cook until the onions start to brown. I think I could eat this, just the bacon and the onions right now. It smells so good. We're going to add fresh chopped garlic. This is a tablespoon. It's about 1 clove. And a little bit of pepper, some kosher salt, sugar, and a dash or 2 of hot sauce. We're just going to cook that for a second until you start smelling that garlic. This is the part that, it's the sugar with the garlic, onions. It's just, oh my God, it's so good. This is all nicely smelling great, nicely browned. I'm going to add 1/8 of a cup of apple cider vinegar. A lot of collard green recipes I found use the white vinegar. This apple cider, it just takes that bitterness right out of those collard greens. We're going to cook that until it reduces. This has reduced by about half. I'm going to add my collard greens. And you could also use, let's see, kale or chard. I don't know about mustard greens. I don't know that I've ever even eaten mustard greens, but probably any kind of green would work with this. This is 1 pound that I just chopped up into about 3-inch sections. Add that in there. I actually could have used a bigger pan. Maybe this will be my mistake. It all goes on the floor. And I'm going to add my chicken broth. This is 1/4 cup of chicken broth. And we're going to let this just cook. Let that come to a simmer first. And then we're going to reduce the heat. And we're going to cook it just until the shininess of, like you can see how shiny this is. We're going to cook it until the shininess is kind of gone and it's wilted, but not like mushy. Collard greens are done. They have lost most of their brightness. They're wilted, but not soggy. We will pull out our catfish. Those are nicely browned, crispy looking. Only 2 tablespoons of olive oil, so not a lot of grease. I'm so excited about eating these collard greens again. They smell so good. Get a piece of catfish. And our corn on the cob. Okay, seriously, look how good that looks. First thing I have to do is take a bite of collard greens. So good. Piece of catfish. Crunchy. It tastes like it was deep fried, but it's not. It has just a little bit of a bite to it. I'm not going to eat a piece of corn on the cob. I know the corn on the cob is good. Excellent food, has a southern flair to it, not too fattening, took us about 15 minutes to cook, cost $2.25 per person. Look how beautiful that looks. And thanks for joining us, and I will see you next week.
Just as fine as you.